was just curious, in order to get those sort of sounds, like, is that like, do you use special miking techniques, or is there EQ involved, or is it, you know, a combination of the two?
Exactly, it's mostly from the sources. The ribbon microphones, I find, are very complementary to the low-mid range of the spectrum. Low-mid range being like from 100 hertz to 900 hertz. That happens to be a range that a lot of contemporary engineers notch out because they think it sounds ugly. So you end up with like tinsely top and low bottoms, but you lose that particular range. That particular range happens to be the body of a voice. So it's a very, very big part of the sound. And ribbon microphones are kind to that part of the spectrum. Ribbon microphones. Coles make one, old RCA mics, there's some other new ones. They're all pretty good. Ribbon microphones also sound very good on horns. Trombone, for example, has that part of the trombone, like 100 to 900 hertz is the sound of the trombone. So you don't want to like just add a bunch of top end on that. By the time you get it on radio, your trombone will sound weedy, you know. So, and then I like mellow sounding pianos, and I've been lucky. I have a beautiful old Steinway that I restored. And I have a cute little Heinzman apartment piano in Toronto that's pretty mellow. Also with drums, that's an ongoing area of experimentation for me. I've been interested in drums since I was a kid. So what I do with a drum kit is I keep 4 or 5 or 6 bass drums in the house or in the studio, and I'm always working on them. A 26-inch with a super kick, Aquarian super kick 1 on the beater side and a capskin on the resonator side. Another one just single head with a sheepskin and 100-pound rock in it. Another one is just a 20-inch round badge Gretsch with more of a jazz sound. The beater, kind of beater you use will determine the tone. You know, if you use a nice soft beater, then it'll go boom, boom. If you use a wood beater, it's going to go duck, duck. So it's better to change the drum than it is to change the microphone, I find. So your sources are really useful. It's the same with guitar amplifiers, you know, like a Roland JC20 with a Yamaha, is it PC70? Yamaha, that'll give you that great U2 sound on Sunday Bloody Sunday, clang, 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 clang. So you learn about combinations, you know. That kind of piano with a JC120 with an SM57 will give you that sound. The muffled 26-inch bass drum with a Coles microphone 2 feet away, that's the other sound. And you develop a menu over the years as you work, and it's like, it's all about experience. So not everything should be round and muffled. Just getting back to depth of field in a photograph, you know. Yeah, you may want something a little further back and muffled, but then maybe in the foreground you want things to be very bright. Because brightness suggests something close. Muffled, that's a little further away. That's just how we're programmed, you know, as human beings, because you know, we hear things far away. It's almost like a defense mechanism. That's muffled. I'm not about to get hit by that car because it's muffled. The one that's like, shh, it's right there in front of you. So it's like depth of field exists in photographs, but